Okay, hello everyone. It's nice. It's another day to get going. Okay, welcome. It's kind of cool and chill in here. So, I'm in my spot, ready to start. No matter what, we don't stop. Keep doing what we're doing. Okay, welcome to another day. Sorry about the interruption. I had to let me test something out. Okay, let's get going with it. Welcome to another day, and this is me just sharing what I'll be working on today. And as I talked about during the last stream, currently we'll be looking into tech news. I do that daily. Go through my mailbox and also TechCrunch, and some other website just to read tech news. Also get to share interesting things for to check it. Basically, interesting things we can get to check out. Yeah, so but before that, as I've always done, I'll be talking about Gigowi, which I'm currently working on, and this is it. So I guess this height is perfect. And let me go back to my code editor, that is anti-gravity. Yeah, they're still prompting me to try the Gemini 3.6 Flash, which I've been using for a while, but I think it's quite okay. So yesterday, while going through the front end and reviewing several screens that was created, I mentioned it already. I think so during the last year. Claude messed up some of the Claude messed up some of the requirements that I had in mind, and I've drafted. While enhancing it, it messed it up due to being too creative. So I had to keep it in check. So some of the phases in the implementation plan were skipped. And this is what we currently have. Let me run npm. For example, this integrator here, Claude added it, but I don't need something like that. That's not the experience I'm targeting. So at this point, I can confidently start working on the back end, you know. And this back end, given what Claude generated as the implementation plan for the front end, I need to review this back end, every phase in it before anything starts, or possibly each phase that I want to work on, I'll review what's the information there. But things like job queue, I had it in mind. I know that I will be using BoolMQ in order to ensure that whenever there's a spike in traffic or whatever, at least the system is still alive. I want for is ensuring the user gets consistent experience. Yeah, I put it that way. So this is just it, and I'll review it. As for the UI, let's have a look at it. Um, I've started the server. Let me share my browser right now. Send down. I don't know why this is happening, but I can't see my. Okay, so let me go to the browser and refresh. So this is how the home UI looks like after. Why is it now? Looks like the stream was stuck or something like that. Yeah. So we had subtasks, they should be tasks, claims tasks and all that. Then browse your out here, you get to see tasks that you can afford to play. Manage projects. This is when you have client activated. Oh gosh, still adding badges. I don't know what's with AI and badge. It's like getting to add badge, unnecessary badge sometimes. So notification, you can access it from here. So I moved the notification from this section. If you noticed last night it was down here, but I moved it. Okay, so this is the notification UX. I finally settled on. If you click on it, you get to see the notification. If there's an action attached to the notification, you can access it. Transactions. These are the transactions. I hate this, but basically I'll leave this way from now. I couldn't figure out how the experience would be. And then we have projects, which you can see here. This is for the clients. Usually shows up when the clients is enabled. So currently these are all dummy data, and it might be confusing because it might be confusing. So there are things like the onboarding screen, which I worked on. I talked about it. I'll be working on it. Onboarding freelancer. So I think this experience. What's going on here? Okay, this experience is okay. You can afford to skip if you want to. So I want it to be like an experience whereby you're not forced, but kid, why you're on the dashboard and you go ahead with it. So this is the onboarding for the client. And then what else again am I to look at? I think those are the major things. And so currently now I need to start working on the back end, and the first thing I'll be working on is login and sign up. That is authentication in general, login, sign up, forgot password, what else again? Those flows, those are the things I'll work on, like connecting it with the UI. As for the landing page, I've already hosted it. Gigowi.titalabs.xyz. I have it on Firebase. Okay, this is it. So this is the landing page. Currently, it has not been connected to the front end because the front end hasn't been hosted yet. So that's the state of Gigowi as it stands, and I'm still improving. I'm still working on it. It won't be perfect. That's one thing I'm sure of. Like based on experience of other successful founders, I know your first project won't be perfect, and I'm okay with that. But I just wanted to get out there and then ask people like, is this something you're going to use? Is this something you enjoy using? Is this something you're going to keep using? If it turns out that way, then I have a good product on my hand. So that's Gigowi as it is at the moment. Currently today I'll be working on the back end. Let me take note of that. And I'll be dropping a report later in the day. That is the second stream of the day. So I'll work on the back end. And then there are some final touches I want to put on the Myla app, the Myla mobile app, which I worked on. And then what else again? Yeah, those are some things, and then we might review some news later in the day again. So that's it about Gigowi. The stream don't need to last long. Okay, and then going to TechCrunch. These are some news on today. AI isn't killing mainframe. I think we'll look at this and this. These three news that we'll be looking at. So let me open this in another tab, this in another tab. So there's loading. this. So for news to go look through and just talk about. I wish there are other people on the stream, but there aren't. So it's just my opinion. And here we go. That's a shocking quarter. Okay. Since that AI isn't killing the mainframe. There are some technologies that will last longer, but anyways, let me read the news now, get the full context. Next day, the news was as bad as what lose of cash, 17 billion in IBM is really making good money, to be honest. Results fell way short of Wall Street expectations. Let's see the board took the opposite of money investors at the time that earnings also saw expectation. The latest investors last week shared preliminary results. And also giving you IBM biggest business ever has been mainframe. Like when in the university, yes, schools urging for IBM mainframe, like it's being used in the school network, computer labs, and all that. So, like, I think cloud is eating into his business, possibly that's why. Since this, so when with this clients bought other hardware, so possibly things like Nvidia, the cloud, people prefer using cloud. But the thing is, I don't think mainframes are going anywhere soon because why just go have a close listening experience with how mainframe work, and all that. And I don't think it's going anywhere soon. But the, it's just some few people that really need it that will be getting it. For example, research facilities like majorly schools, computing labs, research labs. Those are the guys that will be using mainframe the most. Some that's at home won't be getting mainframe from here, so. So mainframe ain't going anywhere. But the whole idea of this news is their earning drop, and it's due to the fact that their major cash cow, like the mainframe business, is falling short. And hopefully, I hope it won't affect their research into things like quantum computing and other things they are working on. I know they are the leader in quantum computing, IBM and Google. Okay, so let's see what's the next news. Yeah, this is one thing I wanted to immediately I saw it. Because Google has been spending a lot on AI. Google raised 80 billion recently on AI. I was shocked. Like Google literally is announced one time that they have close to $150 billion in cash reserve. Why do they need to raise $80 billion to build AI facilities and all that? They could use from their investors. Investors, they have a good business, and basically are a leader in AI. Just that in terms of the coding space, which is where AI is making the most money, Google are not, you know, and not really that great. Their cloud is eating their lunch. Okay, alphabet investors have very publicly that companies' massive AI spending of all the money. With the company's latest earning report, those investors should be able to relax a bit. It's booming, you see. The sad giants of Google Cloud revenue spiked 82% from where it was last time. That's way above the last quarter's general year-over-year growth, which showed a revenue jump of 3% to $20 billion. It handily beats what Wall Street expected quarter's growth. So all this revenue in one quarter. company profit hit on this is what I'm talking about. So basically they had more profit, but investors will really worrying. I think this is like a beat because investors being worried. I think Google will be rewarded at this point. So, but raising 80 billion, if I'm an investor in Google, it's something to be like scared of earlier in the when things like that happened. Then what else again? How OpenAI my mistake led to AI powered hack on Hugging Face. Let me read this. AI revealed that one of its model went through doing a test and hacked the system of AI dataset with full AI enabled hack. The highly isolated. I think this is the key thing to take note of. Any more than performance types of hack. Okay, I think I understand what's happening here. But in summary, the researchers are saying OpenAI basically created a weak sandbox and its AI exploited its sandbox and OpenAI is announcing it as an issue with Hugging Face, and things like that. But in reality, it was not really. So who do we believe? Is it the cybersecurity experts or OpenAI? Well, I think OpenAI, Claude at this point, with what they are doing with their models, they are trying to sell it. That's the whole idea. And Treasury threatens sanctions after White House claim Russia to steal country. I read this news some months back. I think it's now that the US government is aware of it. I'm not sure doing that is ethically wrong, to be honest. It's ethically wrong. I heard they bought close to 20,000 accounts and use their AI to prompt. Basically, distillation is, look at it, it's a common AI training technique in which smaller model learns from the output of a larger model. While this process can infringe on intellectual property rights, it's also widely used as a legitimate optimization method. So distillation, it boils down to where it's being used. It might be good, it might be bad. If you're using a different company like proprietary model distilling it's wrong. But let's say okay, I OpenAI has GPT 5.1, and they want to, I think, possibly that is what they're doing. You distill from older model and append the data to it, and you have a better model. Okay, so you can do it by yourself, you know. But Kimi doing it to Claude, not because Claude is like the best coding model out here, or the best text-based model out here. It's really wrong, to be honest. Okay, let me read the news quickly. Versus in America, actually, something like this, I'm not sure anything is being investigated. Very soon they'll just announce it. Oh, this statement. America is not the world, and the world will always win. So even if they ban it, like if China makes a good model that can be like hosted on device, we don't use it. So just go for better models. Currently, America has the best models out here. It's not about banning. I think collaboration makes it much better, and everybody wins. That's what should be the target. Everybody wins, and there's economic prosperity. So that's the last news of the day. And there's one nice thing I discovered about Gemini. So let's say I want to search how do I fix um handstand error, for example. So now you see AI here comes up. Click on show more. You see that the AI model has some stuff. So I want to progress. What are the specific level are you using? So let's say I'm using query. It takes me to the Google Search AI tab. So let's say I'm willing to choose I'm willing to choose some aspect of it, and okay, this information, for example, I want to understand it more by asking the AI question about it. I can highlight it. There's an ask about option. And can tell me more about this. This is a nice way of using Google Search. Okay. It helped me yesterday, and I decided I'm going to share it. Like Google is really killing this AI thing. Like we're really awesome on what they're doing here. So with that being said, I think that will be all for today. I streamed for close to 20 minutes. So that's the update for today. Later in the day, I'll drop a report on what I'm working on. And basically today won't be much. The back end, I'll brainstorm and start working on the back end. And while doing that, I also work on Myla, and also get to talk about what I've done on the back end, Myla, and the news. Okay, so that's all for now. Have a lovely day ahead. Bye for now.